$60 and use so much more.
It's the conversation we need to have.
Yeah, and Mr. The bulk of it.
The legislature started down that road. We've had conversations about ensuring that people are feeling the real price of water.
Did y'all get the
and
gist?
That's maybe what they do here better in Israel.
Israel has a nationalized water system where it's controlled by the government, and that's where the decisions are made. That might not exactly work in Utah, where you have a lot of water districts. You have state legislatures and municipalities, the state and the federal government.
Israel, definitely, the water is controlled and owned by the government. Here in Utah, we have the prior appropriation system, and the water is the public water, and people get a right to use that water through the prior appropriation system. And I don't see that system changing.
Not without a lot of litigation and public protest, water rights stretch back generations. Where Israel takes water from
Ain't they water nowhere?
runs it through a desalination plant, then reuses it for agriculture. That might not work everywhere in Utah.
That's less viable here in the Great Salt Lake Basin because much of that reuse water, that effluent, treated effluent, goes to Great Salt Lake. But in areas like St. George or on the Colorado Riverside, reuse is a great option that they should be implementing.
The Washington County Water Conservancy District is looking at some areas where desalination might work.
There's some things that I've learned here that I will definitely be applying in Washington County. Because in Washington County, reuse will be it's going to be critical to our water source for the next 10 years.
The Colorado River
I ain't got
Authority
that
says
long,
water
boy.
reuse in that area of Utah might help farmers.
Yeah,
I
we're about to
certainly think we
Zah.
could do more
We
in
ain't
terms of
got that
reuse.
long.
But again, I do think that there is, especially when we're talking about ag water, there is this tension, if you will, between kind of the concept of reuse and our current regulatory structure.
Water policymakers also like some of Israel's methods for growing crops with less water.
We're able to go to a couple of irrigation companies that we're just world leading, and I think we're going to be able to work with them in partnership and trying to bring some of those applications to the state of Utah.
Thousands and thousands.
State Natural Resources Director Joel Ferry would like to see some Israeli companies visit Utah.
Showing that technology, showing those innovations, and how is it implementable here in Utah. And then the producers can decide.
Some are looking at cutting through red tape and increasing cooperation between governments, research universities, and companies.
We've got a lot of very smart people, and I think if we can collaborate and maybe have some money available in trying to solve some of these difficult questions and problems that our farmers' agriculture is having.
The state is looking at creating demonstration gardens to show people how it all works.
Those are the types of innovations that I really hope Utah may invest in more, the different types of crops or even homeowners use, and make it available for people to be able to see those innovations and learn from them, and even
these
have
small
those
headers
that have developed them mentor people.
One area that's not a focus of Israel, saving the Dead Sea.
We have some difficulties because if we speak about water for drinking and water to save the Dead Sea, first we need to live. We need water to drink and to grow crops, trees,
said
etc.
that
for
right about leaving.
sector. In the coming years, we are going to think of ways to help the Dead Sea, but it's going to be very, very expensive. There are now several teams in the Israeli government that are thinking of ways to help the Dead Sea, which is located in a very hot area, such as the Salt Lake City, and the source of water coming into the Dead Sea is going down all the time.
State leaders hope what they learned here can help save the Great Salt Lake.
The biggest factor impacting Great Salt Lake is human diversion. If we can reduce human diversion by becoming more efficient with our water, more water gets to Great Salt Lake.
Becoming more efficient with our water. That's a great closing line. As we come to the close of this special, we want to thank Ben Winslow, Fox 13, and the Great Salt Lake Collaborative. To learn more about them, go ahead and scan that QR code on your screen. I'm Scripps News meteorologist Scott Withers at the Great Salt Lake in Utah.
Baraka Thugger Howard. Like a Hopper shot.